how could you have done
I would have liked her to not take off like she was at a barrel show.
that? Okay.
I would have liked her head to be down and not just.
Kind of going, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So definitely like a lot more softness and not so strung out. She definitely felt strung out and just kind of shifting.
She was going. She was running with the herd, right?
Yes. Yes.
And I think that was a lot of people. Everybody, like these horses get into a herd like that, and when one goes, they're all going. And that's something that you'll have. Like that's the horse's mentality. That's their natural thing to do, is to follow the other horses. And that's something you have to kind of train and prepare for. And I think that a lot of people, when they get into that show pen, they think that they have to just sit there, right? Does everybody kind of feel that way? You have to sit there. You just have to do it. Does anybody else feel that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. That's most, like, especially novice riders, they think, I just have to sit here and do whatever that horse says, I just have to ride it. That's not true. You put all this training and this work and get riding lessons and things, and use that stuff with your leg and bending and things like that to help you in that show game, because that's part of training your horse, is helping them do the same thing that they did here in a different place. So, even if you have to throw the class away because you had to school and say you were one-handed, you had to go two-handed, that's okay. That's a learning experience, right? One of the big things that I see a lot of is when the announcer calls for a gait, like say you're at a walk and they say trot, that everybody thinks they have to do it right now. Everybody feel that way? We have to go. Especially coming from the English world, right? Like they want to rush into it a little bit.
It didn't do Hunter, so no, yeah.
Oh.
I did, and that's true.
Yeah, right. Yeah, take your time. Like just because they called for a trot or a jog, set yourself up, set your horse up. Like this little green horse here. Ask her to, put your leg on it. Ask with your hand. Collect her up a little bit. Say, hey, we're ready to trot. I'm preparing you to trot. Count to 3, count to 5, whatever, and then step into it. Whatever that gait is when you start, it's probably not going to get better. It's probably only going to get worse. So if I start crappy, I'm probably not going to get better. It's probably going to get crappier, right? More out of control, more disorganized, more inverted, all those things. So, set yourself up. Even if it takes longer, don't be offensive. But I like to see, as a judge, I like to see a rider that prepares their horse, that has a thoughtful approach to what they're doing. Not to say that you're gonna, I don't like to see jerking or snatching or anything like that. I will fault riders for that. But someone that takes their time and prepares, I'm okay with that. If we reverse and somebody doesn't reverse right away, they take their time, they look around to see the spacing, they put themselves in a good spot, I'll reward that over the person that whips it around. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm just kind of giving you a perspective from a person standing in the middle of the ring judging you, right? I think a lot of people have misconceptions about that.
Yeah.
We're not there to pick on you. That's not. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to have a good ride. I love to see that. Not everybody has a good ride, and we've all been there. I still have a lot of days like that. Alex has a lot of days like that, I'm sure. Yeah. So it's okay to mess up, and that judge is not there to criticize you and try to tear you down.